how important cybersecurity is and its defense, protection, obviously pushing back on all the things that are happening, not just in the world of governments, but in the world of commerce. And IBM is playing a lead role on that and has chosen Australia to be a center of it. Australia has also benefited from a new education model, which is very important to Ginny personally and to the company in terms of investing in the next generation, something they call P-TECH, which you're going to hear more about when Ginny's up here in a moment. It's one of the focal areas for IBM's Smarter Cities program, their commitment to creating solutions that help cities around the world address their most critical challenges and help make life better for their citizens. Ginny's work in the US and in Australia and around the world will significantly influence the future of computing, its impact on humanity. We owe a debt of gratitude to her and all IBMers as powerful innovators, thought leaders, who are helping to drive not just this era, but also the next era of technology. Her energy, her passion, her drive make IBM a truly 100-year startup. And stay with that. You don't have to be in Silicon Valley to be a startup. I could go on, but I suspect you're going to hear from Ginny herself. It's my sincere pleasure and honor to welcome Ginny Rometty to the stage and present you the award, recognizing your invaluable contributions to our two countries.
Thank God he's on my board, huh? That's So just a few comments. I want to thank Andrew, but Mr. Prime Minister and Rupert. It's a great honor for this. And more than anything, it's also a great honor to follow Jamie on the stage for this. I consider him one of the world's greatest business leaders. He's been a great mentor to me and a great friend. So this is as much an honor for me to be on a stage after him as anything. So again, I would maybe join me. I want to congratulate Jamie one more time. So seriously. And as Andrew said, I have to tell you, while I'm not Australian, although I go there many times, my husband aspires to be Australian, and he has begun his training by his beer drinking. So this is something from the very first trip he came there with me, he said, I know I should have been Australian. And so I hear this often. So he's here tonight. Mark, you want to? See, he's not paying attention. This is, welcome to my world. so never mind. Okay, so some people can identify with me. So, but let me, in all honesty, on behalf, I want one more person is also thank Jennifer, who she serves IBM as a client and does a fantastic job for us. So it's wonderful for me to see these intersections of things here today. So thank you, Jennifer. Now, if I might, like JP Morgan, we too have been in Australia a long time. We began our business there in 1911 and then set up our first full office in the early 30s. And I must say that it has been one of our most favorite, and I would say one of the areas we're most proud of. And in many ways, to us, Australia is a microcosm of all of IBM. You will find everything of IBM in Australia, ranging from whether it's the IBM Cloud, to Watson, to our hardware, our software, our services, and to something that most of the world covets. We have a research lab there. There are only 12 in the world, and one of them is in Australia. And so it is our great pleasure to be part of the Australian community. And I must say that through the years, we've developed a really strong bond together. And I thought I'd make just a comment, as Andrew referred to, that speaks to the intersection of what tonight's about, because it sits at this intersection of a great relationship between two countries, but also something fundamental to both of us, which is education. And I know tonight you'll honor many of the scholars here tonight. And I must tell you, I feel our history with Australia is intertwined with education. And so through many decades, we've made efforts to train, whether it's young children before school, preschoolers, all the way up and through. And most recently, this new idea called P-TECH, which is something we've coined the word for the new collar jobs. That it's obsolete to use words like blue collar or white collar, that what the future is about is not trying to bring back jobs that don't exist or create jobs that aren't necessary and not fulfilling. There are a whole whole new set of careers out there and jobs that you don't need a 4-year education for that can be filled. And it's just with some particular training that's relevant in this day and age. And so we created something called Pathways to Technology. And I'm going to show I hope it's a very quick video on it about some of the work that we're doing down in Australia.
IBM has a long history of leadership in education, providing its best talent and technology to help improve learning and spur innovation. One initiative that embodies our commitment is P-TECH, a transformative school model that IBM created and opened in Brooklyn, New York in 2011. Our vision was to graduate young people from a 6-year grade 9 to 14 program with both a high school diploma and a no-cost associate degree in science, technology, engineering, and math, equipped with skills they'll need to succeed in college and career. The innovative P-TECH model is designed to work in any community. P-TECH is influencing a global movement to create powerful public-private partnerships between educators and employers that are helping transform economies. And its success was quickly noticed.
Now at schools like P-TECH in Brooklyn, students will graduate with a high school diploma and an associate's degree in computers or engineering. We need to give every American student opportunities like this.
In June 2015, P-TECH's first 6 graduates finished the program 2 full years ahead of schedule. By June 2016, more than 36 P-TECH students had graduated early. Graduates are pursuing higher education, starting their careers at IBM, or both. In just 5 years, P-TECH has grown from 1 school in New York to nearly 60 schools across the US and Australia, with more than 250 industry partners engaged. Like IBM, these companies also provide paid internships and one-on-one mentoring for each student. Each school admits students without any pre-testing and serves young people from historically underrepresented and underprivileged groups. Through P-TECH, IBM is improving the odds for the next generation of Americans and Australians.
So let me just end with telling you that the middle of this story is there's now 100 schools, soon to be 100 actually, in this country, but now opening around the world, and in Australia, in both Ballarat and Geelong, and your Prime Minister is opening another 12. And so I think this is just the beginning of a movement that speaks to the new type of education and the new types of jobs that will employ our youth around the world. So it's our great pleasure to do this along with Australia, and to me it is just an example of the enduring relationship between our company and that country, and it is an excellent role model for what I think public-private partnerships can do. So with that, let me thank you again for this great award, and really much appreciation for the relationship between both our 2 countries and the partnership between IBM and the country of Australia. We feel like a very welcome citizen. Thank you.
Many thanks, Ginny. I am so happy tonight for the association to be honouring Ginny, who is not only the CEO of a great and iconic global technology company, but also because Ginny is the first female corporate executive that we have honoured in our 68-year history. So long overdue, and I usually think I'm the one on the stage with the best hair, but I may have been topped tonight. So before I go on, when I was talking to Rupert as we were preparing to come on stage, he volunteered 2 Super Bowl tickets as part of the silent auction. So Diane Sinclair, wherever you are, we need to figure out how to get 2 Super Bowl tickets as part of the silent auction. So thank you very much, Rupert. So we are starting the dinner service now, and I would like to welcome our opera singers, Wes Mason and Rochelle Durkin, who are going to perform songs from Les Mis and La Boheme. Please enjoy your dinner.